Greetings, everybody. This is Sabin the Karakachan, and it is a pleasure to have you guys here for this next video. And I wanted to show you guys something really cool about the radar station. This is going to be awesome. Do you guys notice something different? Anything at all? We are now getting Tier 7 soldiers. These are the Conquerors. And then we also have... Okay, Google. Lower volume. And then we also have the Tier 7 Bastion. And we also have the Tier 7 Soldier Chimera. Not too shabby. And on top of that, we are going to be getting some more hyperspace crystals and things. So yeah, we are very close to reaching level 30. And level 30 is the very last level that we can upgrade to for quite a while until they add more levels to the radar station. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that cool update because yeah, that is awesome. And yeah, things are going very well in the CHN guild. I'm an officer, as a lot of us are. I'm going to try to get in touch with more of these wonderful guys and get things taken care of and set. Yeah, I'm super excited. But yeah, just look at the sizes of some of these people. These guys are just behemoths, like whales, like massive sizes. Then you have people like me who are in the 800s and 900s of millions. Then we're starting to get to some people who are 300, I think. 300 million. So yeah, there is room more in the guild. But yeah, I think that's crazy that the guild is this big. Like, it's just insane. We have so many giant people in the guild. But hey, I mean, that's pretty darn cool if you ask me. But yeah, we are now getting Tier 7 soldiers, which I think is spectacular. Super stoked for this, it's going to be so fun being able to, continue to build up my ranks. Since we aren't going to need any more Tier 7s, what I might actually do is repurpose these bad boys into Origins, because I have a lot of these, and that would give me an additional 38 Origins. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and wait for the next event, and we will do that. Or if I am feeling ambitious, do these with 131 and get 131 Siriuses. I think that would actually be kind of cool too. But yeah, lots of different things that we can do. We don't need any more Tier 6s because now we're getting Tier 7, and I think that's absolutely spectacular. Go away. Man, 2 minutes away? Bloody farts. There we go. Got that. Do this. Do that. But yeah, look at this, guys. Tier 7 soldiers. That is spectacular. So, I'm going to see how many of these I can save up. And then if I'm feeling ambitious, then I'll go ahead and redeem these. But that's really, really cool. And like I said, as you clear more of these, especially if you are early game, you can actually get yourself higher level soldiers faster than you can then you can get research for it. So that's pretty darn cool if you ask me. Now I do already have tier 7 of all 3 types already set to go, so it doesn't really matter. I think that's really kind of cool that we can actually train these with the guild reputation points. That's kind of cool, actually. But yeah, I wonder how high of a level we can get in the radar station in the end, because right now max level is 30. But what is it going to be like in the future? Are we going to go to 40 or 50 or level 100? However it is, I'm going to be one of the first people to get to level 30, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. Super excited for this though, because this helps us get lots of valuable resources and good things. Look at all the things that we have already. You know, doing these quests 24 times a day, you start to save up a lot of resources and equipment. I mean, resources and soldiers. So yeah, you know, stay diligent on this, and you can grow pretty substantially, which is a great addition. I'm glad that the game developers finally added a player-friendly, for all players, a player-friendly aspect of the game. So this will allow smaller players to be able to enjoy bigger and bigger soldiers, even if they haven't researched them yet. Through time and dedication, you can get lots of good stuff. So yeah, and those battles are not too difficult, as you can see. You know, we're just fighting against, you know, these. You know, get yourself a good commander, and oh, look at that! Wow. But yeah, you just get yourself a good commander, and you can you'll be set. Yeah, these are fairly easy enemies. So yeah, just during the commander leadership event, just dump as many well, what you want to try to do is get about 10,000 leadership for your like base commanders, and then you work your way up with like a single commander, so that way you can have because I have 3 commanders who are just kind of utilitarian commanders, just commanders that I just work with when I need to, and they are big enough to do the job, yet small enough that they don't take much of my magazines. And then you should have 1 giant commander that you put all your resources into, and then a secondary commander if you really want to play ambitious. But yeah, super happy about that. If you guys get Vega early on, keep him. Vega is a very valuable early commander that can be really effective later on, especially if you run with a good setup. If you want a good early healing commander, I would personally recommend that you do Eastwood, because he has that natural force ability which allows people to heal, which is really nice. So it'll give you a lot more survivability when you are fighting against monsters and other players and things like that. Then as time goes on, depends on what you are trying to do. I'm an airship main, but my secondary is a walker. But yeah, I think it's kind of cool.
Don't stop asking, my friend.
We now have Nanoform at level 5. So damage taken becomes 8% of the original damage, or 60% while in the barrier state. So that means we have like 40% total damage reduction added on top of all our other damage reductions. So that's going to make our commanders so annoying to deal with. Yeah, so I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. Going to maybe work on some more of these abilities and skills. Weekend is a good way to go because, you know, this is pretty much essentially 12% damage reduction for the first round. So we want to try to get that leveled up as soon as we can. But yeah, pay attention to the events, and you can quickly grow yourself to be a pretty decent player pretty darn quickly. If you guys have any questions and things, let me know. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys the update on the radar station. It's just some of the cool stuff that we are getting, and I am going to be saving up as many of these soldiers as possible, and just see what happens. And then that way, if I'm bored or whatever, I can just go ahead and grab these bad boys, redeem them, and just suddenly have a lot more soldiers. And on top of that, guys, these are pretty much free soldiers. If you don't lose much while completing these tasks, you're getting free good level soldiers. Because I have 18. No, sorry, I have 6 chimeras. And early game, when you have 6 chimeras...
Prepare yourselves, ladies.
Well, also, in the early game, you are also working with Shadow Matter. And in the early game, Shadow Matter is kind of hard to get. So, you know, this is 4.14 million food and parts and 1.1 million gas, which is a lot when you're dealing with the early game. So, that's another really cool thing about this. Yeah, you know, once so like, you know, even this, for me, it's not very much, but for very early players, I remember when I unlocked the Chimera, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I was like, oh my gosh, that's such a cool soldier. And, you know, that's actually, I think this is the soldier I used to defeat the level 20 monster. I think the level 7 is what allowed me, and I used what's its name? I used Golem as my commander to defeat the level 20 monster, which is awesome. But yeah, the Oranos was like one of the coolest ships I fell in love with. But yeah, you know, it's quite a substantial jump when you work diligently on getting this level up, the radar station leveled up. You can get yourself some really good soldiers very quickly and set up a good, strong commander. So yeah, just pay attention to what's going on in the events. Find the pieces what you are looking for your commander, and just talk with your guild mates, and they will lead you in the right direction. But remember, in the end, you can play any way you wish. I play in a way that cheeses the game. So, yeah, once Rogers is maxed out, I'm going to go ahead and get, what's his name, Vega maxed out, and we're going to be set. Because running a giant commander, Vega, with like 1 slot of damage dealers, would be super, super fun. And especially with power of airships, that's pretty much going to give him like 50% shockwave. Not as good as Dragon Slayers, but 50% shockwave with the Formahalt is a fantastic way to go. So yeah. what I eventually want to do is also get, like, you know, weapons that give him well, just equipment in general that gives him skill trigger rate increase, because if we can go ahead and do that, that will allow him to have a much more probability of oh, piss off, have much more probability of you know, getting a nasty hit. But anyway, guys, this has been Sabin Dimitrov, the Bulgarian Shepherd Dog. Been an absolute pleasure having you guys here for this video. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Always remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And, yeah, just, you know, feel free to say hi to me. I'm in CHN Genial. Yeah, you know, it feels good to be a part of the team. I'm trying to get WeChat on, because a lot of our players can't use other things because of the things going on with the world. But yeah, once I get that set up, I can try to get in more contact with my peeps and be surrounded by players which are just an insane size. Just look at these giant people. They're just huge, and I'm only, you know, 860 million power. So yeah, we still have a ways to go before we hit a billion. But once we hit a billion, it's going to be awesome. I'm working primarily on my tech. Oh wow, I got 666. Ugh. I'm working primarily on my technology, because sometimes the small players you don't want to underestimate.
Don't stop
anyway,
asking,
guys,
my friend.
Yeah, please feel free to donate to the channel, because that will help me with my bills and credit card that I owe. Had to pay off a lot of big things, so you know, if you guys are able to donate, I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, guys, just thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. You guys stay awesome, and always remember, God bless.